How, in your view, have the last 2 years perhaps radically redefined the cognizance of the inclusions of persons with disabilities into the mainstream workforce, increasingly because of the digital workforce and the gig economy opportunities that present themselves in a fairly natural manner today more than ever before?
Thanks, Arjun, and thanks, Shani, for setting that context of what exclusion could have meant. And because we operate with a frame of reference, I think what's happened over the last 2 years is that organizations, individuals, and leaders, all three have had to walk a very difficult, unknown path because that was the only path to choose. And when we are forced to make a set of choices and we start walking a path, we start discovering much more. A lot of the mindsets got broken. So last 2 years for leaders and organizations have largely been about accessing more and more talent, different kinds of talent, and different ways of working.
Indeed.
The moment the conversation around different ways of working came up, all the aspects of what is being termed as hybrid working today and all of that evolved. And that broke a lot of the myths or perceptions that people had in their mind around what talent can do and how talent can be leveraged. Uh, it started taking the conversation to what organizations are today calling diverse talent. What was earlier called diversity and inclusion, the narrative is gradually now changing to diverse talent. And that's where the person with disability narrative has started fitting in. As you talk to a lot of leaders who've lived through last 2 years of journey of growing and onboarding, because a lot changed as well, they see access to tier 2, tier 3 cities. And that started changing the narrative significantly, where they realize they can work with a lot more people. And the nature of uh, talent pool that they could bring on board. This is where the person with disability capability came in. So that was one. The other is how consumers interact with organizations and what are consumers expecting. That narrative also changed in the last 2 years
Indeed, so.
for
Indeed.
organizations. And that made organizations think, do we really understand this new customer? And as you had said, that there is about 2.5% of our population that is persons with disability. At the end of the day, these are customers too. Are we able to create the narrative or the products or services or solutions that are required in that ecosystem? So a lot of these conversations have started in the last 1 or 2 years, which have somewhere shifted organizations to thinking CSR, to thinking diverse talent. So
Diverse.
that's the new narrative that is coming. It's yet to evolve, but that's the new normal.